I'm Shirley Gisi, and I'm here at the International Quilt Festival on November 2nd, 2013. This is my quilt, Quilt Noir, and I based it on mid-century abstract paintings a little bit, and the name comes from film noir of the same period when we had those dark mysteries. So I wanted muted tones and kind of a sepia feel. And I used ombre fabrics that are shaded from dark to light and back to dark, which gave the effect of the color changes in it without me having to dye the fabric or anything like that. It's all commercial fabric. The rings are supposed to be shiny, so they're made out of a polyester shantung, and I pieced them all in. It is entirely pieced. There isn't any applique. I made a pattern to begin with from my original design and put it on freezer paper and cut each piece out one at a time. Don't cut them out all at once because you'll lose track. And I put most of the background together where I could, and then put in the circles, which you have to do, of course, 2 at a time to make a ring. You've got the outer ring and the inner ring in order to make a circle, and where they're intersected by a bar or an arrow, you have to do it in 4 pieces and sometimes more because I'm layering them over each other to give a little feeling of depth. It was a lot of fun to do. You don't really know how it's going to look until you get it all done. The quilting is done on my home sewing machine. It's a straight stitch, and it's geometric, and I've done it a small section at a time. Each little piece is a different section, so I didn't take on a great big hunk all at once. I just did it a little at a time, and it's meant to emphasize the lines of the quilt and give it a little more texture and depth. The border is again an ombre fabric, but it's all the same fabric, just going from light to dark. And I used it in a piece as much as I could, and where there was a color change or a shade change, I just added on another piece at that point in the fabric to give it kind of that border that encloses the whole. I used about 5 main colors and threw in a little bit of red and bronze, and a bit of gold, but it's mostly gray and sepia and kind of a darkish green and a dark muted blue.